As somebody that's been in the game for over 13 years now, going out, women, socializing, challenging myself, trying to overcome internal conflicts, barriers, pushing myself socially, trying to overcome the social anxiety that you might have from meeting new people, from putting yourself in high pressure situations. And when I reflect on this after 13 years on this kind of pursuit, and still, even after all this time, still getting anxiety, still having worries, still having fears, understanding that the challenges never go away, that there's always another level. You can always be pushing yourself into the next situation. There's always a prettier girl. It never ends. And so then what are you doing this for? Are you doing this to get to a point where maybe you no longer have any social anxiety, where you're able to be uninhibited and express yourself freely in any situation, and the pain just goes away? Well, here's the reality. It never ends. It never ends. So then what are you doing this for if it never ends? You're always going to have that anxiety. It's always going to be a struggle. There's always going to be a challenge. Every single day is a new day. You can't rest on your laurels. You have a success, you got to keep doing more of the same to get more of the results that you're looking to have. And so when you come to this realization, then you can think about what is realistic. What can you strive for? And here's some things that you can strive for. Understand that the anxiety, it's never going to go away. The pressure, the pressure that you feel is never going to go away. You're never going to be perfect. You're never going to get rid of how you feel right now. The feelings are probably going to just stay the same. Wherever you go, there you are. But what you can do, and this is something that's realistic, is that when you feel a certain way, when you have that anxiousness, when you have that desire to avoid whatever it is you're feeling, to avoid the situation that evokes those feelings for you, what you do is you enter the situation anyways. That is fully within your control. The reason why you're scared of the rejection. You're scared. You have fear. You have anxiousness. You're worried about being judged, being ridiculed, maybe confronting the reality of things where you feel goofy, you feel silly. People are going to have an opinion of you. That's not something that you can control. So then the fear of rejection, that's what stops you from entering into that situation. The fear of being disliked, of maybe having to end up facing a reality where you're not the person that you imagine yourself to be, having to face reality for what it is. So some ways that you can rectify this is acceptance. Accepting yourself as you are, accepting how you feel, and not needing it to change, not needing yourself to feel differently. Instead, just say, hey, if this is how I feel, accept that I'm probably just going to continue to feel this way, and it's never going to change. But what you can do is that you can learn not to let your feelings dictate your actions. You can instead get out there and express yourself how you want, and not let your insecurities hold you back. You can put yourself out there and you can take the risk. You can face your fears. You can feel however you're feeling and do it anyways. That is something that you can strive for. Stop watching videos, stop reading books, and thinking that it's going to give you some sort of that's somehow going to change things. That's going to give you, there's a secret out there. There's just a line that you have to say. There's just some piece of knowledge that you're missing that's going to make everything all better for you. That isn't the reality. I know this for myself. And yes, it's anecdotal, but I think there's many examples of this where you've read these books, you've watched the videos, and nothing changes. Ultimately, it comes down to taking action, getting out there, progressive desensitization. There is a skill here, and the skill is the external actions that you take, putting yourself into the fire, putting yourself into those high pressure situations again and again and again, facing those challenging emotions that come up for you and learning to take action in the face of those fears. And that is the skill. You can't get around it. You can't get around rejection. You can't get around the opinions of others. Stop trying to manage the opinions of others. Stop trying to appease everyone, because you can't do that. That's not possible. People are going to have their opinions, and allow them to have their opinions. They're allowed to have their opinions. You're allowed to have your opinions. The important thing is that you show up again every single day. Focus on what's within your control, how you use your time, scheduling your days, optimizing and refining every single day, looking at where you can do better, where you conceded on your values, on your principles, and continuing to try to live up to those values, live up to those principles on a daily basis. Set the standard for yourself. Live up to your standards, not anybody else's. And if you can be consistent in your actions, you focus on the process, you focus on the habits, you focus on the routine, you will see an improvement, and you may even reach the goals that you're looking to achieve. But there is no guarantees, and you must take action even though there's no guarantees. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, peace out.